Just a couple of other things that have been useful for me in my work and around in-kind. That's another area. I often look at that and think, oh, I've got no in-kind at all, you know. How can you add when you're running your organisation on a shoestring and they're saying, prove that you're going to add, you know, 6,000 into this project? That's a really simple one too. You just add your expertise. I think they cost it out at something like $45 an hour. So if you're writing the application, if you're asking for a program in your workplace, then you add in the very obvious things, the building, you know, all the administrative things. They're all your in-kind and they add up pretty well, pretty quickly. Like $45 an hour for your expertise or other people's can really give you a solid in-kind pretty quickly. Things that I've used in the past to support my program, different programs that I've run. Don't ignore your TAFE college. No money, but plenty of in-kind. You know, you go and ask who's used TAFE for student placements. A few of you, fantastic. Recently, I got a TAFE college connected with a secondary school who was struggling with their integration kids and doing individual programs, travel, what's it called? Travel Ready or whatever. TAFE disability program requires students to undertake 200 hours of a placement to successfully complete their diploma of disability. Beautiful resource. Youth work students who can come in and support your program. Not money, but certainly in kind. And they're always looking out for opportunities to you know, get placements. I've hooked up some schools recently and it's been, you know, they'll develop a particular program for you or look at something, some research or something like that. Really good in kind. The other one is your universities. Don't ignore those at all. Like, they offer some really good partnerships in terms of coming out and supporting your literacy. They often have science students who come and work with your kids. They do those in schools a lot, but it would only be a phone call to say we've got to, and use the word at-risk, disadvantage. Those words always work.
National Bank too, they have a program whereby they have to, their employees have to commit community service work throughout the year.
Yeah,
they're very open for that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything like that. And those things just then spread. The relationships really enrich your programs. I recently, I've worked in the Southern Metro at the Education Department, and there was a $10,000 science and maths award. And I knew that would have gone out to all the schools, and I knew that probably, you know, it might have got to the science person because it would have gone to the principals. I just picked it up and sent it around to a couple of people that I knew were doing some pretty good solid work with their Year 9 alternative programs. One of the schools picked it up, ran with it, applied. Before he heard that he won the $10,000 award for that school, he came back and he said, it doesn't matter if we don't win this, what I've done with thinking about this program is I've hooked into the local environmental group, we're now out more on the wetlands. The process of thinking through that application has just brought in so many other benefits to that school, and then they won the money as well, so bonus. Things like the National Bank, what's their big grant scheme now? Schools First. You've got to look at those things, and I take the point before about some of them just aren't worth it. You know, like, I don't know if that one is. It's a lot. It is. Who had a shot at it last year?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get it. We should have. We didn't.
Yeah.
This year we'll
Give it a good go. Yeah, actually, it wasn't that bad an application, I don't think, was it? Yeah. So those things are, you know, you do the call on whether it's worth it. The websites that have been mentioned are the ones that I've used quite a bit. Things like the Newsboys, Melbourne Newsboys Association, give out $5,000 continually. Always worth a try. Don't tell them I told you. Those of you who've got no philosophical opposition to the liquor industry, Foster's Community Grants, put that into Google, they give out money all the time. Any other of my favourite ones? Oh, one I thought of the other day, like there's often scholarships for kids. So kids in your community VCAL programs, there's one at the moment, if you put in 2010 Photo Bank Awards, I haven't looked into this one to the bottom line, but to me it looked like something that you could submit photos into this program and you could win $5,000. You know, that could be a project, and you could agree with the kids if they won that's, you know, part of your organisation's money. So things that have scholarships and things for kids, you can build those into your program and get hopefully a bit of a pool still.
IGA, community benefits, bad news in that behalf, that they're halving their commitment to, you know how they, every time you put your IGA card through, a little bit,
yeah, that might be just be down, is that across the state, IGA do that, or just down our way?
No, it's everywhere.
Nationally? Oh, okay, yeah.
that's half.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, still. I think that was about all I wanted to say. Oh, local council's always good. I'd reiterate what Sally said. If you haven't applied for a school-focused youth service grant at some stage, you'd be crazy because you should get it. And I'm a little bit different to the advice that you've given today. I actually think as community organisations, sometimes you need to manipulate the criteria to suit. If you know that extra couple of thousand is going to make a significant difference to working with young people, I'd encourage you to be creative. There's grants through DWCD, which have finished this year, called School Community Approaches to Drug Education, SCADE. That's right. They should be back next year. They come through the Commonwealth, but to here. I don't know how many people I've said to, why didn't you apply for a SCADE grant? And they said, because it's about drug education. I said, yeah, but have a look at it. What does it say? Wellbeing, engagement, keeping kids connected. I know of probably 6 organisations that applied for that money over the last few years that got a really decent grant to assist their work because it was basically about wellbeing with some drug education, which is important. But we all know keeping kids connected improves blah, blah, blah. So I have a shot at some of those things because I think that it can make a significant difference to your work and also to your morale as a worker in those organisations. That little bit of extra money can really sometimes make a significant difference. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. We've actually run out of time, but I'm sure you will be available during coffee to feel free to approach. I'd like to thank Sally, John, Maggie and Carol for their advice. I think we've got some fabulous things, some really direct websites, guys, really valuable tips, hearing about all the programs and that you've been able to achieve. So I hope you've taken some inspiration from that, and I think Carol's message is absolutely